Hello, UDC Firebirds basketball fans, and welcome to another edition of UDC Firebirds basketball here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. Eli Pearlstein with you. So glad you've tuned in on this Tuesday night as we have your UDC men's basketball home opener this evening. They take on Slippery Rock University, just the fifth time ever that these two schools have met on the hardwood in the men's side. The last time these two schools met was a long time ago, way back in 2009. December 4th of that year, teams played on a neutral court in East Stroudsburg, and UDC lost that contest 78-63. The Firebirds have lost each of their first 4 games on the season, though 3 of them by fewer than 10 points, including the last 2 contests, which the Firebirds lost by identical 86-82 scores. Slippery Rock comes in with an overall record of 2-3 on the season, so they're looking to move to the 500 mark. They are 1-1 away from home and 1-1 out of conference. They play in the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. The Firebirds 0-4 on the year, first home game of the season. And I'll tell you more about the two teams next after the playing of our national anthem. Eli Pearlstein back with you live from the UDC Sports Complex as we get set to play Game 1 of the 2015-16 season at home for your UDC men's basketball team tonight. The Firebirds again 0-4 on the year, but they're coming off a pair of very close losses. Their last game, which was played Saturday at Nyack College, they lost by a final of 86-82. That was an overtime game. And the game before that, an identical 86-82 loss. That was at crosstown rival Bowie State on Wednesday night. Speaking of Bowie State, the Firebird women's basketball team at Bowie State this evening. That game, a 38-28 game in favor of Bowie State with 8:23 left to go in quarter number 3. I'll continue to keep tabs on that, but let's take a look now at the starting lineups for this game. We begin with the visiting Slippery Rock University. Their nickname is The Rock. And in the backcourt for The Rock will be senior Malcolm Richardson. He stands 6'1". He's from Lansdowne, Pennsylvania. Also in the backcourt is number 4, Dante Jackson. He's a 6'2" senior from Staten Island, New York. And senior guard Jamal Gatawi. He stands 6'7", but again, he's in the backcourt. He is from Toronto, Ontario. In the front court for The Rock, we have 6'4" junior Shaquille Pratt from Midland, Pennsylvania, and 6'9" redshirt senior Cornelius Brown. He's from Bridgeport, Connecticut. This is a very tall and very good rebounding Slippery Rock team, something that's going to be tough for the Firebirds to battle against these bigs on the boards. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for your UDC Firebirds. We're led by third-year head coach Mike Riley. His record in this is third season on the UDC bench as a head coach, 8-50. He's assisted by Terrell Stokes and Anthony Iadi. The backcourt for the Firebird, 5'11 junior Kasim Chandler. He is their leading scorer on the season, averaging 21 points per game. Transfer from Division I Quinnipiac University. Also in the backcourt, 6'3 senior Aaron Senegal, a native of Lafayette, Louisiana. He is having the best start to a season in a Firebirds uniform for him thus far in his career, averaging 16.8 points per game. In the front court for UDC, 6'4 junior Joseph Nickerson, as well as 6'5 junior Jayon Troutman and 6'5 senior Duran Pope. He's a Washington, D.C. native. Firebirds dressed in gold jerseys and shorts this evening with black numbers on the front and back. Firebirds running across the front of the jerseys. Black thick stripe down the sides of the jersey and shorts. For Slippery Rock, they are in green jerseys and shorts, white numbers on the front and back. The Rock written across the front of the jerseys. It will be Cornelius Brown to take the tip for Slippery Rock, going up against Jayon Troutman for the Firebirds. Tip is up, and it's won by the Firebirds. Somehow Troutman, who gives up 4 inches to Brown, was able to win that tip. So here come the Firebirds left to right across your screen. It's Pope on top of the arc. Looks right and gets called for a carry. And turnovers have hurt the Firebirds this season. On the year, 68 turnovers compared to 49 assists. That's a .7 assist to turnover ratio. Their opponents, 0.9 assist to turnover ratio. So struggling in that department are the Firebirds here on the young season. For the Rock, it's Richardson. Gets it to Jackson. Jackson down low to Brown. And he's fouled from behind on the layup attempt, stopping the clock with 19:33 to go here in the first half of play. First foul for either team. Cornelius Brown, the native of Bridgeport, Connecticut, shooting 65% from the free throw line this season. Tied for the team lead in scoring, averaging 16.2 points per game. Free throw is up and rims out, so he remains scoreless. Brown is a redshirt senior, stands 6'9". That's taller than anyone the Firebirds will put on the court tonight. Second free throw. Too strong, but an offensive board for Shaquille Pratt. The Firebirds this season being out-rebounded by an average of 1.2 rebounds per contest. Slippery Rock out-rebounding their opponents by a little more than 7. The layup from the left side won't fall. Rebound for the Firebirds. It's Joseph Nickerson who hauls it in. Now here come the Firebirds in the front court. Nickerson, left side to Senegal. Senegal pops the tray and hits! And the Firebirds take the early 3-0 lead with 19 minutes exactly to go here in the first half of play. Again, Eli Pearlstein with you here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. Appreciate you tuning in on this Tuesday night. Richardson drives, dishes wide. Pump fake by Gatali. He then takes a step along the baseline. Kicks to Jackson. Jackson down low to Pratt. Shot misses. Offensive rebound by Brown, and he's whistled for a travel. So far, rebounding strong for the Rock, but nothing to show for 2 offensive rebounds thus far. Brown checks out of the game for Slippery Rock. 18:33 to go here in the first half of play. Chandler into the front court for UDC. Dishes off a pass to Senegal. Back to Chandler. Green set. Chandler uses it. Hands off to Senegal. Senegal drives in the lane. Puts up a runner. Too strong off the back iron. But we got a whistle and a foul. First team foul on Slippery Rock. Stops the clock with 18:18 left to go here in the first half of play. So it will be Aaron Senegal heading to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Senegal on the season. Just 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He hits the first to make it a 4-0 Firebird advantage. Second free throw on its way. That rims out. Firebirds as a team have been terrific at the line this season, shooting 80%. They don't miss often. 18-10 to go here in the first half of play. Richardson dribbling by the circle, hands off to Jackson. Jackson back to Richardson. Jackson now far side for Gatali. Jackson, Richardson dribbles to the top of the arc, dishes to Gatali. Now in the paint, Eric Raleigh, who came in for Brown, misses a short jumper. And Slippery Rock remains scoreless with 17:45 to go in the half. It's Chandler on top of the arc for UDC. Dribbles left, hands off to Nickerson. Nickerson to Pope in the lane. Layup too strong off the glass. Rebound hauled in by Raleigh for Slippery Rock. Now on the break, three-pointer launched by Richardson. He drains it, and it's a one-point game, 4-3, with 17:20 to go here in the first half of play. A very experienced Slippery Rock team that the Firebirds are going up against today. All juniors and seniors. 7 seniors, 8 juniors. As Chandler drives, tries to bounce pass to Pope. He lost it for a split second. Regains control. Hands off to Troutman, who puts in the layup from the right side. And it's UDC by 3, 6-3, with 16:52 to go in the first half of play. Richardson, bounce pass right to Jackson, now down low. Spinning in the lane. The left-handed hook shot is Raleigh. He can't hit. Rebound is loose on the floor, knocked out of bounds along the baseline. It will be Firebird basketball. Cornelius Brown will check back into the game for Slippery Rock, replacing Eric Raleigh. It will be Nickerson to inbound for UDC. He gets it to Chandler, who's left alone to bring it up court. 3-point game here in the early going. Chandler drives right to the paint. Cross-court pass to Senegal for 3. He's drained one, makes that another. And UDC on top by 6, their largest lead of the evening. It's 9-3 with 16:20 to go here in the first half. Gatali passes wide. Jackson drives in. His runner won't go. To offensive rebound by Brown. He cleans up the miss perfectly. Lays it off the glass and in to make it 9-5. So the offensive rebounding has been key for Slippery Rock thus far. They've dominated the offensive glass. Jumper from the free throw line, too strong from Troutman. Rebound to the Rock. Richardson a step inside the arc. Lets fly the deep 2 and connects. And it's a 2-point game, 9-7 with 15:45 remaining in the half. Chandler walks it into the front court. Dishes left to Nickerson. Nickerson drives, goes up and under and draws the foul on the layup attempt. So he will head to the line to shoot a pair. Second team foul called on Slippery Rock, and we will have our first timeout of the game. It's a full timeout with 15:35 remaining. And it is a media timeout, something new in Division II this year. They're going to be playing with media timeouts. First dead ball under 16 minutes, under 12 minutes, under 8 minutes, and under 4 minutes of each half. So each team with 4 timeouts for the entire ball game. Take a look at the leading scorer right now for the Firebirds. It's Aaron Senegal, who already has 7 points on 2 3-pointers hit plus 1 free throw made. Jayon Troutman, the only other Firebird player to score for Slippery Rock, leading the way with 5 points is Malcolm Richardson. Cornelius Brown has 2, but already a decisive advantage on the glass for Slippery Rock. Rebounding the Firebirds 6-3. 3 offensive rebounds, none for UDC. Size advantage going to be something the Firebirds have to deal with all night. Going to have to try and stretch them out, at least on the offensive end of the floor. It's Joseph Nickerson at the free throw line. He's unable to hit the first. Again, the Firebirds came in to this game shooting free throws very well this year, 80%. So that's their second miss from the line tonight. Nickerson, 16 of 20 from the line coming into this evening. He gets the friendly roll on the second. It's a 3-point game, 10-7 with 15:35 remaining. By the way, another check-in on the UDC women's game at crosstown rival Bowie State. It's now an 8-point game, 49-41 in favor of the Bulldogs. Brown. The layup comes from the right side, too strong. Rebound by Nickerson for the Firebirds. Now in transition, Pope, unable to handle the pass cleanly, slowed the tempo down, though fires it cross court to Chandler. His three-point attempt won't go. Rebound to the Rock. Slippery Rock pushing the pace themselves. Richardson drives, dishes wide. Step inside the arc. It's Juwan Struthers. Unable to hit the mid-range jumper. 14:50 remaining in the half. Nickerson pulls up from deep and connects. Third three-pointer of the game for the Firebirds, and they're up by 6, matching their largest lead of the half. It's 13-7 with 14:32 remaining. Struthers dribbles on top. The arc now works it around the perimeter into the hands of Richardson. Richardson near side for Jackson. The three won't go. Rebound pulled down by Pope. Finds the outlet pass to Chandler. Chandler splits two defenders. Drives, puts up a runner. It's short. Rebound pulled down by Pratt. Pratt gets it ahead to Jackson. Jackson will slow the tempo down as he enters the front court. Firebirds roster this year includes 13 players. Currently, a couple are sidelined with injuries. Mid-range jumper by Pratt is good. Makes it 13-9 with 13:46 remaining here in the first half of play. Chandler into the front court for UDC. Pope sets a screen. Chandler uses it to no avail. And now pass from Troutman intended for Pope picked off. So here comes the Rock. Three-pointer launched and hit by Richardson from straight away, and it's a 1-point game. As close as Slippery Rock has been since the early minutes of this one, when the game was tied at 0. Firebirds went up 3-0. Haven't trailed in this contest. Deep three from Senegal. He hits another. Senegal came into this game shooting 56% from downtown this year. Part of the reason why he's averaging nearly 17 points per game, and he's connected on 3 in a row from downtown tonight. 16-12, Firebirds by 4. 12:50 remaining in the half. Jackson into the corner for Richardson. The three rims out. Pope with the rebound for the Firebird. Gets it ahead to Chandler. Chandler one-on-one. Goes up. There is contact. No whistle. The rebound swatted out of bounds. It will be Slippery Rock basketball. Sub in for Slippery Rock. Max Ring checks in, replacing Malcolm Richardson. Omar Abbas checks in the game for UDC, replacing Joseph Nickerson. Also, Kasim Chandler takes his seat. And the other player off the bench for UDC is Virgil Fleming, a junior from Chicago, Illinois. This Firebirds team, 7 players returning from last year, 5 transfers. In the paint, Pratt has his short jumper swatted away, but there was contact down low, and so a foul is called. It's the third team foul called on UDC. And so 2 free throws coming up for Shaquille Pratt, native of Midland, Pennsylvania, where he went to Lincoln Park High School. He's averaging 11 points per game this season, shooting 65% from the free throw line. First shot rims out. It remains a 4-point game, 16-12, with 12:21 to go here in the first half of play. Second free throw on its way. That's too strong. Rebound pulled down by Troutman, and he's fouled while pulling down that rebound. Third team foul on Slippery Rock. Sub in for Slippery Rock, Eric Raleigh checks in, replacing Cornelius Brown. Slippery Rock has been turning to their bench much more frequently than have the Firebirds. Slippery Rock, led by head coach Kevin Reynolds in his 8th year, guided the Slippery Rock team to the NCAA tournament a year ago. Abbas swings it right to Senegal down low. Here's Pope going up over his defender and in off the glass. Duran Pope stretches the lead back to 6, matching the largest it's been this half for the Firebirds. They've led by as many as 6 and as few as 1 in this contest so far. Firebirds in their last game led by 6 at the intermission, only to lose in overtime. They remain winless on the season. Short jumper rims out, rebound hauled down by Pope. Oh, pardon me, that is Virgil Fleming who hauled it down. Slows down the tempo. Here's Pope down low. Pope backing down his defender, goes up with the right-handed hook shot, too strong off the glass. Rebound taken down by Struthers. Struthers works it into the front court. Now down low, Raleigh gets called for the charge. Offensive foul, team's 4th. That is the first dead ball under 12 minutes. So we will have a timeout with 11:22 to go here in the first half. 18-12, Firebirds on top. And folks, let me tell you a little bit more about Slippery Rock's head coach, Kevin Reynolds. He has amassed a career 140-75 record. That includes the team's 2-3 record coming into this game this season. And he's in his 8th year. Last year, this Slippery Rock team lost in the quarterfinals of the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference Tournament to eventual champ Gannon, 71-45. That game was played at Gannon. But then they got their revenge in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Slippery Rock defeated Gannon by a final of 65-57. They then lost in the second round of the NCAA tournament to another Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference school, Indiana University of Pennsylvania, 73-65. Indiana University of Pennsylvania wound up making the national championship game in Division II. They lost that game to Florida Southern. Slippery Rock coming off a loss at home against conference foe Lock Haven University 2 nights ago, 74-70 the final. They are 1-2 in conference play this year. Places them 5th in the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference West Division. We're back underway, Firebirds basketball. Bounce pass down low to Pope, goes up for the reverse layup, can't get it to fall, missed the rim entirely. Rebound to Slippery Rock. And they're in the green, going right to left across your screen. 3-pointer from the far side, gets a couple of bounces off the rim before falling in. That shot drained by Jamal Katali. He's averaging nearly 11 points per game this year. It's 18-15, 3-point Firebirds lead. Senegal on top of the arc. Let's fly another 3. This one is short. His first miss from 3-point range tonight. Rebound to the Rock. Jackson. To Gatali. Gatali, double team, gives it up back to Jackson. He swings right, finds Rind. Rind thinks about the 3, working against Senegal. Nice D by Senegal. Now the shot put up from the elbow by Pratt. That rattles home, and it's a 1-point game, 18-17, with 10:10 to go in the half. Chandler walks it into the front court. Hands off to Fleming. Fleming has a screen set by Pope, elects not to use it. Now works it in the corner for Nickerson. Nickerson drives, puts up the floater, and hits. The junior from Newark, New Jersey, stretches the lead back to 3, 2017. 9:45 remaining here in the first half of play. Jackson. Down low, Pratt, the baseline jumper won't go. Rebound loose on the ground. And we have a kickball called on Slippery Rock. So it will be UDC basketball with 9:33 left in the half. Out on the court for UDC right now, it's Virgil Fleming to inbound, along with Chandler, Pope, Nickerson, and Senegal. Fleming inbounds to Chandler. Chandler, again, the leading scorer this season for the Firebirds, averaging 21 a game. But he has yet to score in this contest. Pope in the lane. Knocks down his defender as he goes up with the short shot and draws the foul. Referee saying that Jamal Gatali did not have position when he fell to the ground. So that is the 5th team foul committed by Slippery Rock in the half. Second personal committed by, not Gatali, it's Max Rinn who was called for the foul. And the first free throw from Pope is good. Pope averaging 6 points per game this season. This was his 3rd start of the season. He has played in all 5 Firebirds games this year. Gets both free throws to fall, and it's 22-17, a 5-point game. 9:22 left to go in the half. And now Pope will take a seat. Penso Brannon enters the game for the first time. This is actually his first action of the season for the Firebirds. He's one of the 7 players who have returned from last year's team, which finished with an overall record of 5-23, a 2-win improvement on the year before. Driving in the lane is Brown, and he draws a foul on the layup attempt. Got the layup to go, so an and 1 coming up for Cornelius Brown, a redshirt senior from Bridgeport, Connecticut. Firebirds finished 10th out of 11 in the East Coast Conference a year ago. That's where they're predicted to finish again this season. Got a 2-win improvement last year from the year prior. Hoping for the more improvement in year number 3 under head coach Mike Riley, a former longtime assistant at Georgetown University. Nickerson tried to dribble between 2 defenders, lost the ball. The ball was loose on the floor, recovered by Slippery Rock. Jordan Morrow dribbling by the half-court circle, working against Chandler. Screen set. Now pass far side for Richardson. Richardson finds Pratt at the elbow. He kicks back for Richardson. 9 on the shot clock. Richardson has his pass deflected back to him. 5 on the shot clock. Pass down low to the baseline. Brown spins his layup. Deflected off the backboard and in. Goaltending called. Basket count. So it's a 1-point game, 22-21 with 8:24 remaining. Chandler will bring it into the front court. Brannon sets a screen, now flashes to the hoop. Chandler elects to hand it off to Fleming. Fleming drives right of the lane, puts up the underhand layup. It's good off the backboard, and he draws the foul. So Fleming keeps the Firebirds ahead. It's now a 3-point game and a chance to make it 4. It's an and 1 situation coming up for Virgil Fleming, the native of Chicago, Illinois. Fleming averaging 3 points per game. A chance for him to get to that mark tonight, as well as 4 rebounds per contest. Free throw rims out. Nickerson fighting for the rebound, could not haul it in. Instead, it's brought down by Brown after Nickerson tipped it up a couple of times. Italy on top of the arc. Wings it right for Richardson. Richardson dribbles left. Kicks right to Jackson. Jackson on top of the arc. Bounce pass left for Richardson. To Pratt. Left elbow extended. The long jumper won't go. Rebound loose. We have a reach-in foul, looks like, on the Firebirds. Brown fighting for it. He's been all over the glass tonight. Cornelius Brown for Slippery Rock. Now with 5 rebounds, most on the team for the Rock. Nickerson and Pope leading the way on the boards for UDC. Each of them have 4. We've reached the under 8 timeout. It's a 3-point game. Firebirds leading 24-21. Let's take a look at how these teams are performing shooting-wise tonight. Firebirds shooting 50% from the field, 8 of 16. 4 of 6 from 3-point range, that's 66.7%. Slippery Rock, 9 of 21 from the field, that's 42.9%. They are 3 of 5 from deep, that's 60%. Firebirds have committed 4 turnovers in game 2 for Slippery Rock. Slippery Rock out rebounding the Firebirds by 1, 13-12. They're out assisting the Firebirds by 2, 7-5. Slippery Rock has committed 1 more foul than UDC. Points in the paint going away of Slippery Rock, 10-8. So you look at all those stats, the reason why the Firebirds are ahead, their better shooting percentage from both the field and from three-point range. Firebirds also 4 of 7 from the free throw line. Slippery Rock 0 of 5 from the free throw line. Big disparity there. And it's a 3-point game, 24-21. Slippery Rock will have the ball from the floor. It will be Dante Jackson to inbound from the front court baseline. Gets it into Brown. Brown hands off to Jackson on top of the arc. He drives, picks up his dribble, dishes wide to Richardson. Richardson facing his own defense by the Firebirds. Jackson dribbles to free throw line, kicks out to Richardson for a 3. It's short, rebound to the Firebirds. Senegal to Chandler. He slipped by his defender, though his layup too strong off the glass. Chandler struggling from the field, still scoreless. Again, he's averaging 21 points per game. They need to get him going. Another long miss for Slippery Rock. Chandler again attacks and draws the foul. A lot of Chandler's scoring this season has come from the free throw line, so that's what they need to do to get him going. Keep having him attack in the paint. He's a 91% free throw shooter this season. He ranks 3rd in the country in Division II in made free throws. And of course, I just jinxed him as his first free throw attempt rims out. Firebirds so impressive from the free throw line in their first 4 games of this season. Second free throw attempt on its way. That is good. And it's 25-21. So Chandler makes 1 of 2. He's finally on the board. Leading scorer for UDC with 10 points on the night is Aaron Senegal. Pressure in the backcourt for UDC. Slippery Rock able to break. Scatali picks up his dribble, double team, passes out of it. Gets it to Jackson. Jackson dribbles left, dishes right. He works it around the perimeter. Now Brown has a free throw line, pass down low to Pratt. Pratt unable to hit the layup, but there to scoop up the misses. Brown, he puts it back in for the deuce. It's 25-23 with 6:33 to go. Now deep 2, right side by Senegal, rims out. Rebound to Slippery Rock. Chance to make it a tie game for the first time since it was 0-0 early on in the half. Jackson works it around the perimeter. Now Struthers works it back near side for Gatali. Down low, Brown to Jackson. Far side, Struthers. Jackson on top of the arc, pump fakes, drives. His floater no good, but he's fouled on the elbow. And he will have 2 free throws coming up. The clock stops with 6:02 remaining in the half. Foul is committed by Kasim Chandler. His first personal of the night. Team 6th. So 1 more foul and free throws the rest of the way for Slippery Rock. Duran Pope will enter the game again for UDC, replacing Aaron Senegal. The Firebirds' leading scorer on the night will take a seat. Second free throw from Jackson, no good. His made free throw, the first made free throw of the night for Slippery Rock. They have been awful from the line this evening. Nickerson drives left of the lane, tries a no-look pass. That goes out of bounds, trying to get it around the defense. Might have a little bit of a stoppage here as one of the pads along the baseline underneath the basket where the Firebirds are currently shooting got dislodged from the wall. Now they've just propped it up. So we resume play. Struthers works it around the perimeter. Jackson on top of the arc, back to Struthers. Looks down low, back to Struthers. He drives. The finger roll is in front of the rim. And for the first time tonight, Slippery Rock has a lead. It's 26-25. 5:27 to go in the half. Nickerson hands off to Brannon. Brannon gets it to Chandler. Chandler, double team. Dribbles out of it. Drives, hands off to Brannon. Brannon in the lane. Short shot, too strong. Rebound hauled down by Jackson for Slippery Rock. Heaves it ahead to Struthers, who drives baseline. Doesn't get the bucket, but does draw the foul. And 2 free throws are coming up. The clock stops with 5:05 left. That's a blocking foul called on Chandler, his second personal of the half. But as of now, he will remain in the game. Juwan Struthers, the native of Clinton, Maryland. He attended Westlake High School. Able to knock down the first free throw attempt. Just the second made free throw of the half for Slippery Rock. They're now 2 of 8. Neither team shooting well from the free throw line tonight. Largest lead of the game for Slippery Rock, 2-point advantage. Struthers on the season, coming into the night just 1 of 2 from the line. He makes 1 of 2 in this trip. So the struggles from the line continue for Slippery Rock. Fleming drives. His runner off the glass is good, and we're tied at 27 with 4:52 left in the period. Both teams with 27 points, both teams with 7 fouls in the half. Very even ball game. Pass intended for Richardson, deflected out of bounds. It will stay Slippery Rock basketball. Jamal Gatali will inbound. Gatali gets it into the backcourt for Jackson. Jackson drives, dishes wide, 3-pointer launched by Struthers, and he hits. Large cheering checked in for Slippery Rock in attendance tonight. You see the Maryland native hit. I think it's his friends and family who are providing a lot of the noise in favor of Slippery Rock tonight. Chandler drives around Struthers and draws the blocking foul. That is the 8th team foul committed by Slippery Rock. So 1-1 free throws coming up for UDC. It's Kasim Chandler at the line. Again, he came into this game 91% from the free throw line. And UDC's leading scorer on the season. He was 1 of 2 from the line his first trip, and he's short on the first attempt. Neither team having any sort of success from the line this evening. So it remains a 2-point Slippery Rock lead, 4:04 remaining in the half. On top of the arc, Jackson. The Struthers step inside the arc. His mid-range too strong, but crashing the offensive glass is Gatali, and he's fouled on the putback attempt. So free throws coming up for him. It's a foul with 3:52 left, so we have our final media timeout of the half. Firebirds leading for most of this period find themselves trailing by 2. Folks, UDC Athletics would like to invite you to join Firebirds Forever, the booster club for athletics. To give to athletics and receive more details about Firebirds Forever, visit www.udcfirebirds.com. Click the Support Athletics tab on the main page. Firebirds Forever membership forms are also available in the lobby. Thank you for your support of UDC Athletics and Firebirds Forever. And also, folks, be sure to follow UDC Athletics on Facebook, on Twitter at UDC Firebird Fans, and on YouTube at UDC Athletics 1. Again, 3:52 remaining here in the first half of play. A change from last year is that now in Division II, all games will have 4 media timeouts. The first dead ball under 16, 12, 8, and 4 minutes in each half. It's been the case for a while in Division I, but now it's creeped into the Division II level. It is Jamal Gatali to shoot free throws for Slippery Rock. Trying to add to the Rock's current 2-point advantage. He does so with the first. Gatali came into this game 6 of 11 from the free throw line this season. As a team, Slippery Rock came in shooting 67.8% from the stripe. He's short on the second attempt, but gets the friendly roll. 2 will sub in for Slippery Rock. Shaquille Pratt back in, as well as Eric Raleigh. Reggie Sidbury into the game for the first time for UDC. He inbounds to Fleming. Fleming swings left to Nickerson. Nickerson drives. His runner blocked from behind. Terrific block by Gatali, but he could not keep it in bounds, so it's UDC basketball from the front court baseline. Aaron Senegal to inbound. Gets it into Sidbury. Sidbury to Brannon on top of the arc. He finds Fleming. Brannon comes, sets the screen, rolls to the basket. Fleming takes it there himself. His underhand layup too strong off the backboard. Rebound is tied up. Possession arrow favoring Slippery Rock. With 3:28 remaining in the half. It is Slippery Rock basketball. Firebirds pressuring in the backcourt. The Rock able to get it in. It's Jackson given a little bit of room to bring it across the timeline. Now dishes left for Struthers. Struthers takes it to the top of the arc. Feeds into the paint for Raleigh. He has the ball stripped away but recovers. Gives it to Struthers. Struthers drives. His runner is short. Rebound hauled in by Nickerson, who's off to the races. Quickly gets it ahead to Senegal. Senegal slows the pace down. Back to Nickerson. Cross court to Fleming. Fleming drives to Nickerson. The 3. Oh, that was halfway home before falling out. It remains a 4-point game, 31-27. Slippery Rock ahead. 2:41 left in the first half of play. Gatali, guarded by Nickerson, has his pass deflected out of bounds along the near sideline. Will stay Slippery Rock basketball. 18 on the shot clock. 2:35 left on the first half game clock. Gatali inbounds. Gets it to Jackson. Jackson to Struthers near side. He feeds Pratt down low. Pratt had the ball blocked on his first attempt. Gets it back. Puts up a layup attempt. It's short. And we get the rebound tied up. A whistle. And it will be UDC possession on the jump ball. I was wondering if they might call a foul on the play. One of the Slippery Rock players basically threw a UDC player over him as he was fighting for the basketball. The referee's doing a nice job getting in the mix quickly, making sure nothing escalated. And now we got a moving pick called on UDC. Team's 9th foul, so it will be Slippery Rock basketball. As an offensive foul, no free throws. 2:13 left in the half. It remains a 4-point game, 31-27. Low scoring first half here at the UDC Sports Complex. The home opener for your UDC Firebirds. Jackson, near side for Struthers. Struthers dishes down low to Raleigh. He's able to hit the layup off the backboard and draw the foul. So it's now a 6-point lead for Slippery Rock, their largest lead of the night. And Raleigh a chance to go to the line to try and make it a 7-point game. Firebirds have led by as many as 6 points in the half, and they led for the majority of this first half. But it's been Slippery Rock with the better play of late to take this 6-point advantage. Raleigh hits the free throw. Slippery Rock as a team now 5 of 12 from the line. Firebirds 5 of 10 from the stripe. Fleming into the front court for UDC. Dribbles towards the near side. Screen set by Brannon. Now Senegal drives into the lane, puts up a runner and is fouled as he entered into the paint. Senegal remains the leading scorer for UDC tonight with 10 points. Only player for either team in double digits in the points category. Senegal from the line tonight, 1 of 2. He's short on his first attempt, and the free throw struggles for UDC continue. They're now 5 of 11. Neither team has shot well from the stripe. Second free throw is good. The swish, and it's a 6-point game. Yet again, 34-28. 1:30 remaining in the half. Jackson into the front court for Slippery Rock. Dribbles left, dishes left to Struthers. Quick pass to Pratt cutting left of the lane, and he's fouled on the layup attempt from the left side. Clenso Brannon the third who commits the foul. That's already his 4th personal foul, so Duran Pope will sub back in. Firebirds now at 10 fouls in the period. Again, this is the first game that Clenso Brannon III has played for UDC this season. Second free throw no good, but we have a lane violation on UDC. And so another free throw coming up for Shaquille Pratt, the junior from Midland, Pennsylvania. He stands 6'4" and 210 pounds. He's missed both of his first 2 attempts. Can't hit the third either. Boy, it's not been a pretty free throw shooting game for either squad tonight, that's for sure. Fleming drives right in the lane, goes up with the layup, doesn't get it to fall, but does draw the foul. That is team foul number 10 on Slippery Rock. UDC's done a nice job of being able to get into the lane and drawing contact. Fleming has 4 points tonight. He's 2 of 3 from the field. He's 0 for 1 from the free throw line this evening. Came into this game 2 of 8. Sinks the first to make it 34-29. 5-point game. Subs in for Slippery Rock. Jordan Grady checks into the game. Malcolm Richardson back in as well. Second free throw is good. It's a 4-point game, 34-30. With 1:06 remaining. Jackson into the front court for Slippery Rock. Now under a minute left in the half. Shot clock down to 14 as Jackson taking his time, set something up. Step inside the arc, picks up his dribble, passes back to Richardson. Richardson now drives left the lane, puts up a layup attempt, misses the rim entirely, and that's a shot clock violation. UDC basketball. 38.6 seconds left, so there's an 8.6 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock. Fleming picks it up. I'm sure UDC will be trying to use as much time as possible with that little difference between shot clock and game clock. Senegal dribbling between the circles. As Pope setting a screen, elects not to use it. Dishes off to Nickerson. Nickerson with 12 on the shot clock. Directing traffic. Uses a screen set by Pope. Drives into the lane. Underhand layup is good, and he draws the foul. Terrific drive by Joseph Nickerson. Duran Pope will check out of the game for UDC. And the free throw attempt is good. It's a 1-point game, 34-33. 11 seconds left. Jackson drives right of the lane. Now backs up, fires the three. It's short, and that's how the first half will come to an end. So Firebirds led by as many as 6.5. Also trailed by as many as 7. At the break, they trail by 1, 34-33. Free throw shooting, the dismal free throw shooting by Slippery Rock and the better shooting by UDC, keeping them in this game despite a massive size disadvantage for UDC. I'll step away from the mic for about 7 or 8 minutes, come back, tell you more about the first half statistics. You're listening to and watching UDC Firebirds men's basketball here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. Eli Pearlstein back with you here at the half. Your UDC men's basketball team looking for their first win of the season. Trails the men's basketball team from Slippery Rock University by 34-33. Let's take a look at the individual stats from the first half of play. We'll begin with your UDC Firebirds, who were led in scoring by Aaron Senegal. He put in 11 points on 3 of 5 shooting from the field, 3 of 4 shooting from three-point range, and 2 of 4 shooting from the free throw line. He had 1 personal foul, 1 assist, played at 19 minutes. Second on the team with 9 points was Joseph Nickerson. Nickerson, 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from deep, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, led the team with 6 rebounds, had 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 1 block, played 19 minutes. Virgil Fleming put in 6 points in the half. He was 2 of 3 from the field, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Had 3 rebounds, played 13 minutes coming off the bench. Duran Pope contributed 4 points in the period. Pope 1 of 4 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, had 4 rebounds, 2 fouls, 1 assist, 1 turnover, played 14 minutes. Jayon Troutman was 1 of 2 from the field, had 2 rebounds, 2 turnovers, played 9 minutes. Kasim Chandler 0 for 3 from the field, 0 for 1 from three-point range, 1 of 3 from the free throw line, had 1 rebound. He put in 1 point in the half, had 2 assists, played 14 minutes, and that does it in terms of Firebirds who scored. Other Firebirds who played in the half: Clemson Brandon 0 for 1 from the field, had 3 rebounds, 1 turnover, 2 blocks, played 7 minutes. Galante Cherry, Omar Abbas, and Reggie Sidbury all played in the half, and none of them scored. None of them even took a shot from the field. None of them had any stats of note except for Sidbury, who did have 1 rebound. As a team, the Firebirds shot 10 of 24 from the field in the half. That's 41.7%. They were 4 of 7 from three-point range at 57.1%. They were 9 of 15 from the free throw line. That is 60%. Slippery Rock, on the other hand, as a team, shot 13 of 34 from the field in the first half. That's 38.2%. They were 3 of 8 from deep. That's 37.5%. They were 5 of 14 from the free throw line. That's just 35.7%. Leading the way for Slippery Rock in scoring were both Cornelius Brown and Malcolm Richardson. Brown had 8 points. He was 4 of 6 from the field, 0 for 3 from the free throw line. Tied for the team lead in rebounds as well with 6. Had 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal, played 13 minutes. Richardson, 3 of 6 from the field, 2 of 4 from three-point range. Had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, played 10 minutes. Second on the team, or there was a tie for, I should say, third on the team in scoring between Jamal Gatali and Juwan Struthers. Gatali, 1 of 1 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, played 16 minutes. Struthers, 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, played 10 minutes. Right behind them with 4 points of the half was Shaquille Pratt. Pratt, 2 of 8 from the field, 0 for 4 from the free throw line. Matched Brown with the team high 6 rebounds. He had 1 steal, played 17 minutes. Putting in 3 points in the half was Eric Raleigh. Raleigh, 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, had 2 rebounds, 1 turnover in 7 minutes. And rounding out the scoring in the half for Slippery Rock, Dante Jackson, 0 for 4 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, had 1 rebound, 4 assists, played 19 minutes. Jordan Grady, Jordan Morrow, and Max Rind all played in the half but did not score. Grady had 1 rebound, and Rind had 1 assist. Other stats of note from the first half of play. Rebound differential actually not that great. Slippery Rock just a 1 rebound edge over the Firebirds in the half, 22-21. Slippery Rock had 10 assists, 2 turnovers. Firebirds 5 assists, 6 turnovers. So big reason why Slippery Rock is ahead by 1. The advantage in assists and turnovers. 1 block, 2 steals for the Rock. 3 blocks, no steals for the Firebirds. By the way, our officials tonight, Paul Lovinen, Chad Beswick, and Alvin Cox. Largest lead for Slippery Rock, 7. That came with 1:54 to go in the first half. Firebirds' largest lead of 6. Their last 6-point lead came with 16:30 remaining in the first half. Firebirds led for 13:29 of the first half. Slippery Rock led for just 5:15 of that first half of play. The game was tied for 1:16 in the first half. Last Slippery Rock field goal came with 1:54 left in the first half. Firebirds scored with just 14 seconds left in the half. Well, hey, folks, we now have a final from the game between Bowie State and UDC at Bowie State. And it was Bowie State that got the win 69-66. This is, of course, women's basketball I'm referring to. So the Firebird women fall to 2-2, while Bowie State women improve to 2-2. So Bowie State, the winner of the crosstown rivalry in this 15-16 season, on both the men's and women's side. The UDC women will return to action in the Firebird Classic this weekend. They host St. Anselm on Saturday afternoon at 3 p.m. You can watch that game here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. Programming note, I will not be around this weekend, so we won't have any audio for any of the 3 games this weekend, the 2 women's games or the men's game. As the men this weekend will host Chestnut Hill in a rematch of a game earlier this year. We are back underway. It is Slippery Rock basketball. There in the green, going left to right across your screen. And it will remain Slippery Rock possession. Malcolm Richardson to inbound from the front court baseline. Gets it into Shaquille Pratt. Pratt hands off to Jackson. Jackson to Richardson. He drives. Fires into the corner. A wide open Gatali. He drains the 3 to make it 37-33. 4-point game. And the net got stuck in the rim. Firebirds will inbound from their backcourt baseline. Out on the court for UDC. Chandler, Nickerson, Pope, Troutman, and Senegal. Nickerson tries to split 2 defenders, has it stripped away by Brown. 2-on-1 the other way for Slippery Rock. Brown takes it himself to the hole and scores. Did not use the glass on the layup attempt, and it's now a 39-33 advantage. So Slippery Rock has matched its largest lead of the game, and Mike Raleigh wants a timeout for the Firebirds. This will be a 30-second timeout for UDC, not liking the way that his squad has started this half. Timeout called with 19:06 remaining in the half. So the Firebirds with 2 timeouts left, 3 timeouts remaining for the Rock. Well, not the start that UDC wanted to the half whatsoever. I like Mike Riley calling a timeout early to try and nip this in the bud. In terms of foul trouble for UDC, just 1 player more than 2 fouls in that first half. That was Kenzo Brandon III. He picked up 4. No one more than 2 fouls for Slippery Rock. Troutman, Pope, and Chandler all did pick up 2 fouls, however, for UDC, so that's something worth keeping an eye on here in this second half. UDC goes with a smaller rotation in terms of number of players used than Slippery Rock, so fouls more valuable to them. It will be Firebirds basketball from the near sideline. Chandler will inbound for UDC. Firebirds in the goal, going right to left across your screen. Chandler is averaging 21 points per game. At just 1 point in the first half. They've got to get him going. Troutman on top of the arc. Gives it off to Nickerson. Nickerson to Pope on top of the arc. Hands off to Chandler. Chandler drives. Kicks back to Troutman. Troutman lays it up and in off the glass. Makes it a 4-point game. 39-35. 18-37 to go here in the second half of play. Jackson dishes off to Richardson. Richardson back to Jackson. Now to the corner for Gatali. Gatali takes it to the top of the arc. Now works it around the perimeter into the left corner for Richardson. Richardson tries a bounce pass to Brown. It's kicked out of bounds. Will be Slippery Rock ball with 10 on the shot clock. 18-19 remaining on the second half game clock. They get it in. Fadeaway three from the corner, no good. Rebound to the Firebirds. Nickerson, no look pass to Troutman. Takes it in the lane. His runner won't go. Tippin to follow, no good either. Firebirds get the offensive board. Chandler thought about driving in, decided to pull it back, sets up the offense. Pope sets the screen. Chandler picks up his dribble, dishes off to Troutman. Troutman over to Senegal. Senegal takes it to the top of the arc, picks up his dribble, feeds to Pope down low. Pope, the right-handed shot off the backboard and in. Makes it 39-37. 2-point game with 17:39 left. Jackson into the front court for Slippery Rock. Near side for Gatali. Back to Jackson now, far side. Richardson. Down low to Brown. Brown near side. Jackson, he drives. Tries to find Pratt. Pass is picked off. Firebirds with numbers. 3-on-2. Taking it all the way to the hole is Nickerson. He can't get the reverse, but then comes up with the steal on the next possession. Nickerson to Chandler. And we have a blocking foul along the baseline as Chandler tried to drive in. Chandler, drive first point guard. And that is the first foul for either team this half. Subs in for Slippery Rock. Firebirds will inbound. Inbound into the paint as Troutman tried to tip it in. I like that look. Troutman, however, no cigar on the attempt. So remains a 2-point game. 17 minutes remaining here in the second half of play. Again, Eli Pearlstein with you on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. Appreciate you tuning in on this Tuesday night. Mid-range jumper knocked down by Juwan Struthers. He's a Maryland native. Has a strong cheering section in attendance tonight. Chandler into the front court for UDC. Hands off to Senegal. Senegal was 3 for 4 from downtown in the first half. Looking to get some room to pop another tray. 7 on the shot clock. Senegal double teamed. 4, 3, 2. He has to get it up. The fadeaway runner won't go. Rebound hauled down by Rin. Rin pump fakes a 3, gets it down low to Brown, who finishes right side. Makes it 43-37. 16 minutes remaining in the half, so next dead ball means a timeout. Chandler, bounce pass back to Senegal. Over to Troutman. Now Pope on top of the arc, swings up to Chandler. Chandler tries to dribble around a double team, and we have a blocking foul called on Brown. Stopping clock with 15:46 remaining. And since that is the first dead ball under 16, means we have our first media timeout of the half. With Slippery Rock ahead by 6. They came out strong here in the second. It's been a very evenly played contest with both teams taking about the same margin of terms of largest lead in this contest. This Slippery Rock team, mentioned before, play in the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. They have won one PSAC tournament championship in school history. That came way back in 1963. Our head coach Kevin Reynolds has guided the team to 3 NCAA tournament appearances over the last 7 seasons. They are 3-1 in their history against the Firebirds. Last meeting between these two teams came on December 4th in 2009. They played at a neutral site in East Stroudsburg. UDC lost that game 78-63. Both teams back out on the floor. We've got 15:46 remaining in this close contest. Firebirds looking for their first win of the season, hoping some home cooking will be the charm. Slippery Rock trying to spoil that dream as they look to improve to 500 overall on the season and 2-1 out of conference. One of the referees over by the scorers table they're checking something at the official scorer's book. Maybe number of fouls for a certain player. UDC inbounds. Senegal, far side. Working around the perimeter into the hands of Chandler. Chandler drives. Swings left to Troutman. Troutman to Nickerson. He drives along the baseline, gets caught up in the air, tried to pass it into the paint. We have a jump ball, and possession arrow favors the Firebirds. So UDC will inbound from the front court baseline. Slippery Rock has outscored UDC 9-4 here in the second half. Senegal still the leading scorer on the night for UDC with 11 points. He'll inbound. Gets it into Pope. Pope to Nickerson. Nickerson finds Senegal. He backs out with 4 on the shot clock. 3-2. Firebirds have to put one up. As time expires, Chandler with the fadeaway. Got to go off the rim. So new possession for the Firebirds. And now the runner from the baseline falls in off the fingertips of Troutman. So Jayon Troutman now with 6 points on the game. And it's a 4-point game, 43-39. Firebirds with numerous opportunities that trip down the floor. Finally get a bucket to cut into the deficit. Turnaround jumper from the free throw line by Brown, too strong. Pope hauls in the rebound for UDC. Firebirds pushing the pace. Nickerson, the deep 2, gets it to go. And it's 43-41. 2-point game with 14:31 left to go in the ball game. Jackson works between the circles. Near side now to Rin. Back to Jackson. He hands off to Struthers. Struthers feeds down low to Brown. Brown finds himself double teamed. Hands off to Struthers. Struthers puts up his shot and gets fouled as he put up a fadeaway just left of the paint. Stopping the clock with 14:14 remaining. So the Maryland native headed back to the free throw line. Struthers, 7 points in the game. It's 1 of 2 from the free throw line tonight. But as a team, Slippery Rock has struggled. His first attempt too strong. Kevin played his high school ball at Westlake High School. He's averaging 1.3 points per game entering tonight, so Struthers well above his season average this evening. Gets 1 of 2 again. So it's a 3-point Slippery Rock lead, 44-41 with 14:10 remaining. Chandler tries the no-look pass into the paint for a Pope miscommunication. And he throws it out of bounds. For UDC, that is turnover number 8 in the game, compared to 4 for the Rock. 13:56 remaining. Struthers works it to the top of the arc. Now fires the pass to Jackson into the corner. It's Rind knocking down the triple. And the lead is back to 6, 47-41, with 13:38 remaining. Slippery Rock as a team now 5 of 12 from deep. Nickerson feeds down low to Troutman. He's triple teamed. Nickerson gets the loose ball, finds Senegal for 3. He falls to the ground. A whistle and a foul is called. Maybe a bit of an acting job there by Senegal, but he's able to buy the foul. The way you buy the foul on those threes, stick out your legs a little, like that's exactly what Senegal did. He's able to get himself to the line as a result. So that's why they do it, folks. Firebirds from the free throw line tonight, 9 of 15. That's 60%. Senegal good on the first, and the deficit is 5. Second free throw is in, and it's a 4-point game, 47-43. Malcolm Richardson back in the game for Slippery Rock. We're playing Max Rind, who just knocked down that big 3-point shot. One more free throw to come for Senegal. He's able to net all 3. So it's back to a 3-point game, 47-44, 13:24 left in the game. Jackson has the ball in the backcourt, loosely guarded by Chandler. Chandler picks up the pressure once he crosses the timeline. Struthers slips, keeps his dribble alive, and then has the ball stripped away by Nickerson. Nickerson leading the 4-on-2 break, and it's slammed home by Troutman. Jayon Troutman gets the fans to their feet and gets UDC within 1. It's 46-47 as the house is going crazy following the slam by Troutman. Jayon Troutman looking good here in the second half. He now has 8 points. Also have been very impressed with the play by Joseph Nickerson. Got the steal leading to that transition hoop. Firebirds have been terrific this season when it comes to steals. Coming into tonight, Firebirds as a team ranked 10th in the country in terms of steals per game, averaging 11.8. They have 3 steals tonight. All 3 coming here in the second half. Richardson gets around his defender, drives, and feeds baseline to Brown, who's fouled from behind. Stopping the clock with 12:48 left. Fouls committed by Duran Pope. That's his 3rd personal, team's 2nd. So is Brown to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Brown came into this game 65% from the line. Free throw is up and in. And it's a 2-point lead, 48-46. Brown, the leading scorer for Slippery Rock tonight. He stands 6'9", 185 pounds. He's a redshirt senior from Bridgeport, Connecticut. He gets them both. 2 for 5 now from the free throw line tonight. Had been 0 for 3. Back to a 3-point game. Chandler dribbles off his defender's shoe. Picks it back up. Dishes off to Senegal. Senegal far side for Nickerson. Nickerson pushes for Pope to come towards him. Pope tries to lay off the pass in the paint. Doesn't find his intended target, Troutman. And the 3 by Senegal won't go. Rebound to Slippery Rock. Rin gets a pass off to Jackson. Jackson. Near side for Richardson. Richardson drives left of the lane. Layup won't go. Rebound to the Firebirds. Nickerson, the finger roll laying in front of the hoop to make it 49-48. 11:55 left. Jackson. Cross court to Richardson. Richardson drives. Doesn't find room along the baseline. Kicks out. And it's Rind with another big three. Max Rind, 2 huge threes in the half for Slippery Rock. The lead is 52-48. The Firebirds turn it over. We have our first stoppage under 12, so another TV timeout. It's a 4-point game. Firebirds trailing 52-48. How about Max Rind in the half? 2 for 2 from deep, 6 points. He didn't score at all in the first half for Slippery Rock. Max Rind leading the attack here in the second half for the men in green. Folks, let's take a look at what else is going on in the East Coast Conference this evening. 2 other games. Another Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference school, Mercyhurst, is at an ECC foe, Damon, tonight. And that game tipped off at 7. And getting going at 7:30 this evening, LIU Post at Bloomfield. And I do not have a score update from either of those games. If you missed it earlier, UDC women lost against crosstown rival Bowie State tonight to drop their record to 2-2. They lost by a final of 69-66, so close contest there. Back underway is Dante Jackson into the front court for Slippery Rock. Works it near side to Rind. Rind has the ball knocked away from him out of bounds. It will stay Slippery Rock possession. Firebirds arguing that it went off Rind's foot. Refs say otherwise. Struthers to inbound. Gets it into Rind. Rind near the half-court circle to Jackson. Jackson drives right of the lane. Spins. Tries to feed a trailing Pratt. The pass stolen away. And then Chandler fouled from behind as Firebirds had numbers. UDC bench arguing for an intentional foul. They will not get that call, but it is the 4th team foul called on Slippery Rock, so it is UDC basketball. And the steal certainly picking up for UDC in this half. They're now out-stealing Slippery Rock 4-3. Firebirds still have committed more turnovers. Chandler hands off to Nickerson. No look pass down low to Troutman, who spins, fires, and scores. Makes it 52-50 with 10:50 to go in the ball game. Rind works it up court for Slippery Rock. Now gets it near the half-court circle for Jordan Morrow. Morrow back to Rind. Rind has some space, fires another 3, falls to the floor, no whistle. The shot was off the mark. And Brown unable to keep the ball in bounds. It was last touched by UDC, so it's Slippery Rock ball. It's a 2-point game, 52-50. Slippery Rock on top. First and only meeting between the two schools this year. In the near corner, Gatali immediately double-teamed, dribbles out of it, then dishes off to Morrow. Morrow back to Gatali, drives, baseline, double-teamed again, and is whistled for the travel. So Firebirds first, another turnover. It's back-to-back turnovers for Slippery Rock. They have now committed 7 in the game. And it's UDC basketball. Chance to tie or take the lead. Chandler works it into the front court. No look pass to his right to Nickerson. Nickerson pump fakes, cross court to Pope. Pope hands off to Fleming. Fleming drives, kicks out wide. Chandler the 3, hand right in his face. It's an air ball. Pope saves it in, however. Or no, he doesn't. Never mind. Couldn't quite get there in time. So it's Slippery Rock basketball. The final quarter of this game now commencing. 9:51, all that's left. Pass to Brown. He's able to keep it in, but to the wrong team. Nickerson on the break, splits to defenders, puts in the reverse layup. And we're tied at 52. First time we have been tied since the first half. Firebirds led for most of the first half. Trailed for the entirety of this second half. Until now. Gattali passes wide. The far side. It's Morrow, harassed by Fleming. Dribbles by him. Runner won't go. Rebound tipped up. The shot clock went off. I guess the runner never did hit rim, and it's UDC basketball. With 9:07 left, Firebridge defense has really picked it up of late. It will be Chandler to inbound. Gets it into Nickerson. Gives it right back to Chandler. Chandler crosses into the front court. Green set by Pope. Chandler swings right to Troutman. Troutman hands off to Nickerson. He launches a deep three. That's off the mark. Troutman the offensive board. Putback is short. This time it's taken down by Richardson for Slippery Rock. Firebirds with their opportunities right there to take the lead. Now mid-range jumper by Richardson. Good from the elbow. And it's a two-point game. 54-52, 8:36, all that's left. Chandler into the front court for UDC. Hands off to Fleming. Fleming thinks about the three. Hesitates. Dishes off to Troutman. Now Chandler near side. And we have a foul down low as Pope fell to the ground. And the foul is on Brown. That's the team's fifth foul of the half. Aaron Senegal back into the game for UDC, placing Joseph Nickerson, who's played terrific here in the second half. Senegal inbounds to Pope. Pope finds Chandler back to Senegal. They're trying to give him open looks from three. But Gattali right on his tail. Now Fleming. Bounce pass to Troutman down low. Spins towards the baseline. Shot in and out. And the rebound hauled down by Pratt for Slippery Rock. Exactly 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Next dead ball equals a timeout. Brown down low. Layup won't go. Brown asking for a foul, not called. And then we got a whistle on Slippery Rock. That's a technical foul called on Brown. He was clearly upset. There was no foul called on his layup attempt. Voiced his opinion to the ref, and that is the first technical called in the game. So it'll be Kasim Chandler to shoot free throws for UDC, but first a media timeout. The Firebirds trail by 2 with 7:51 to go. For those of you who might not be too familiar with Slippery Rock, let me tell you more about this university, which was established in 1889. They have an endowment of $16.5 million. The president is Dr. Cheryl Norton. They have an undergrad enrollment of 8,800 and nearly 700 postgrad students. Located in Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania, it's a rural campus. Their mascot is Rocky. Again, their mascot name is The Rock. It's an unofficial mascot, as the university officially has no mascot. Again, this is the first meeting between these two teams since 2009. After this game tonight, Slippery Rock will face another East Coast Conference opponent as they take on Damon College on December 1st. So that's a week from tonight. Again, it will be Kasim Chandler to shoot the technical foul. So 2 free throws for Chandler. His first free throw is in. Chandler with just his second point tonight. Far cry from his total in the Firebirds' last game at Nyack when he had 21. He hits them both, however, so we are tied at 54, and now a chance for the Firebirds to take a lead. Could be a very costly technical by Brown. Chandler takes the inbounds pass, dribbles to the far sideline, hands off to Senegal. Senegal works it near side for Fleming. Fleming has a screen set by Pope, drives in the lane, runner too strong off the glass, rebound hauled down by Pratt. Pratt dishes off quickly to Richardson, who enters into the front court. Richardson has Fleming right in his face, drives past him, kicks it to the hole, and scores the underhand layup off the glass. Back to a 2-point Slippery Rock lead, 56-54, 7:18 left. Senegal drives baseline, his runner won't go, offensive rebound by Pope, hook back, deflected from behind, he wanted a foul, no call. 3 tall green shirts right around him, tough putback to make for Pope. Now deep 2 from Richardson, he gets it to fall. Foot was on the line, so it's 58-54, 6:52 left. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining will have 1 more media timeout. Chandler into the front court for UDC, dishes off to Fleming. Fleming drives, passes cross court to Chandler, who drives and is fouled on the underhand layup attempt. So he will go back to the line. Firebirds have picked up their free throw shooting of late, now shooting 70% in the game. Chandler individually from the free throw line tonight, 3 of 5. Again, came in shooting 91%. First free throw, rattles in. Subs in for UDC, Joseph Nickerson returns to the game, replacing Jayon Troutman, who's given the team good minutes here in the second half. Second free throw is in. It's 58-56. 6:36 left. Richardson swings left. Katali back to Richardson. Pump fakes, dribbles left, fires and scores. That's a deep 2. So it's a 4-point game. 60-56, 6:08 remaining. Chandler drives, puts one high. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound to the Rock. Slippery Rock with the momentum currently. Richardson, double teamed atop the arc. Senegal now guarding him one-on-one. Fires from 3, and he hits another. This one is from deep. 63-56, matches the largest lead of the night for Slippery Rock. Timeout called by UDC. This is a full timeout. A loud, boisterous cheering section on hand for Slippery Rock. They're making their presence felt. Again, matching the largest lead of the night. In the first half, Slippery Rock also led by 7, the 154 mark. Firebirds then, however, went on a run of their own to close out that first half. They trailed by 1 at the break. Firebirds have not led in this second half, though they have tied it up a couple of times. Firebirds in the first half led for the majority of the period. They led for 13 and a half minutes in that first half compared to a little over 5 minutes in which Slippery Rock led in the first half. Firebirds have had heartbreaking losses in each of their last 2 games, falling in overtime on Saturday at Nyack. They lost by identical 86-82 scores their last 2 outings. Open home cooking is the magic ingredient to getting a win tonight. They've got their work cut out, trailing by 7 with 5:34 left. It will be Nickerson to inbound. I like how Nickerson has played for UDC here in the second half. He's brought a lot of energy to the floor. Fleming thinks about the 3. Dishes off to Chandler. Chandler finds Nickerson. Nickerson, no look pass down low to Pope. Goes up two-handed off the backboard and in. Grand Pope makes it a 5-point game, 63-58. 5:13 left. Richardson into the front court. Hands off to Struthers. Steal by Nickerson. Nickerson has been flying. Takes it to the hole and is fouled from behind. He wanted that one to fall. Pounds the matting out of frustration. So Joseph Nickerson, who has now taken over the lead in scoring for UDC with 15 points. Majority coming here in the second half. Now at the free throw line to shoot a pair. Short on his first attempt. A little bit of frustration shown there by Nickerson. One more free throw to come. Second attempt on its way. That rattles in. Makes it 63-59. So 4-point game, exactly 5 minutes to play. Richardson takes it into the front court. Guarded tightly by Nickerson. Nickerson has been terrific both offensively and defensively. Double team now as Richardson picked up his dribble and he's called for the travel. So Nickerson and the Firebirds force another turnover. Where did Nickerson come from, you ask? He's a Newark, New Jersey native. Transferred to UDC from Brookdale Community College. 6'4" junior. Came into this game averaging 15 points per contest. And 12 steals over his first 4 games. Firebirds nearly with the backcourt violation. Chandler drives, has his underhand layup swatted away by Raleigh. Things getting intense here in the closing minutes. Fleming drives with 4 on the shot clock. Finds Senegal for 3. Short. An air ball. And Slippery Rock has possession. So Firebirds unable to convert the turnover into points, and back the other way, it's Pratt with the layup from the left side to make it 65-59. So 6-point lead, 3:49 left. Nickerson drives, attacks, gets the foul. No, pardon me, he's charged with the foul. That's an offensive foul called. So for UDC, that's team foul number 3. And for Nickerson, that's personal foul number 2. First dead ball under 4, so we have our final media timeout. The Firebirds trying to find a way to claw back in this one. If you look at the road ahead for UDC, see that the Firebirds will remain home to play their next game on Saturday against Chestnut Hill. They actually played Chestnut Hill earlier this season. It was part of their season opening tournament at Philadelphia University, so it was a neutral site game. And the Firebirds lost to Chestnut Hill, a school in the Central Atlantic Collegiate Conference. They lost to Chestnut Hill by a final of 93-86. So Firebirds will be looking for revenge. And if they don't win tonight, also will be looking for that elusive win number 1 on the season. Saturday, tip is at 6 p.m. We'll have the video for you live here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. However, no audio will be provided for the game this weekend, as I will not be in town. However, we will have live video for you, so invite you to check that out Saturday, 6 p.m. tip here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network. UDC women also play 2 games this weekend at home. We'll have video for both those games for you as well. Firebirds with pressure in the backcourt. And we get an offensive foul called on Dante Jackson, team's 9th. So the pressure works out and it's UDC basketball. Nickerson will inbound. Gets it into Chandler. Chandler finds Senegal. Senegal drives towards the baseline, picks up his dribble, trapped in the corner. Bounce pass to Pope. Pope's layup attempt blocked out of bounds. Will remain UDC basketball. This is where the size disadvantage really showing itself for UDC. Number of blocks lately down low by Eric Raleigh for Slippery Rock. Here's Senegal. Fires the pass off to Nickerson. Nickerson drives. No look pass to Pope, through his hands out of bounds. And Pope points at his chance, says, "That's all on me." He should have been ready. He knows it. And now he will check out of the game. Jayon Troutman in for him, so Firebirds go with the smaller lineup. No big down low, trying to spread the court, especially as they provide pressure in the backcourt to try and use their advantages, their guard play. Try to use that to their advantage. Maine 65-59. Pratt guarded tightly by Fleming. Dishes off to Jackson. 8 on the shot clock. Jackson starts to make his move, picks up his dribble, finds Pratt in the lane. The floater, no good. Offensive rebound by Raleigh. He can't get the layup. Then we have a loose ball foul. And it's called against Slippery Rock. Team's 10th foul. That means 2 free throws coming up for the Firebirds. The foul is on Raleigh. His 3rd personal. And so it will be Jayon Troutman to shoot the pair. Troutman, the junior from Chicago, Illinois, has 10 points on the night. This is his first trip to the free throw line, however. It's good on the first attempt. And it's 65-60. 5-point contest, 2:46 left. Second free throw on its way, and that is sunk. So a 4-point game, 65-61. Firebirds again pressuring the backcourt. I believe we'll see this the remainder of this contest, as long as the Firebirds are trailing. Richardson, guarded tightly by Fleming, who tries to reach from behind to steal unsuccessfully. Richardson into the paint, he gets hacked across the arm, so clock stops with 2:34 left. And free throws coming up for Richardson. Duran Pope waits to check in at the scorer's table after the first free throw. Richardson leads the way with 19 points for Slippery Rock. Good on the first attempt. Pope checks in. He'll replace Troutman. Second free throw, good as well. So the lead is back to 6, 67-61, 2:32 left. Chandler drives and gets the finger roll to go. Back to a 4-point game. A nice quick response for the Firebirds. That's what they needed. They don't have to foul every possession yet, though with the way that Slippery Rock shoots free throws, that might not be a bad strategy. Despite those 2 made free throws in a row by Richardson, as a team, Slippery Rock still shooting just 50% from the free throw line tonight. Fouling and trying to extend this game may again be the strategy that UDC wants to employ. We tick down to 2 minutes remaining in the contest. Richardson, pass near side for Gatali. Back to Richardson. Richardson, one of the better free throw shooters on the team. Gatali wide open for 3. It's an air ball. Firebirds secure the rebound. Fleming into the front court. Has a step on his defender. It's blocked off the backboard, his layup attempt. But there was contact down low. And so Fleming will go to the line to shoot a pair. Fleming came into this game struggling from the line. Firebirds as a team shooting 73.1%. Fleming tonight, 2 of 3. Just 1:41 left. Crucial free throws. And he's too strong on the first attempt. Cornelius Brown back into the game for Slippery Rock. Second free throw, short. So 2 huge misses from the line for Fleming. Rebound to Slippery Rock. They have it poked away out of bounds. It will remain Slippery Rock basketball. Firebirds, their first 4 games, terrific from the line. Nearly a steal by Chandler, but again, he just knocks it out of bounds. Slippery Rock again with the ball. Vitali gets it into Richardson. Takes it into the front court. Chandler right in his face. Firebirds electing not to foul just yet. This is again a 4-point game. Firebirds thinking if they play tough D, don't need to foul, though one is committed. The 16th foul committed by UDC first personal by Virgil Fleming. It's on the floor, meaning no free throws, just inbounds from the far sideline, though next foul for UDC does mean free throws. Richardson guarded tightly by Nickerson, and now a foul is committed. Again, Richardson, of anyone on the court for Slippery Rock, not the player you want to foul and send to the line. Richardson a perfect 2 for 2 from the line tonight. Again, came in shooting 73% from the stripe. Firebirds hoping he at least misses 1 of 2. Grand Pope back into the game for UDC. Placing Jayon Troutman. Richardson, the native of Lansdowne, Pennsylvania, has had a terrific second half, but he's unable to hit the front end of the 1-and-1. And pardon me, folks, I forgot there for a second. It was just 1-and-1, so we won't get a second. So can the Firebirds cut into this lead? A foul is called on Max Rind. That's his 4th personal. Already in the double bonus is the Rock, and so 2 free throws coming up for Chandler. Best free throw shooter on this UDC squad. Good on the first is Chandler. It's a 3-point game. Troutman checks back into the game, replacing Pope. I think we're going to continue to see a defense-offense substitution going on here with Troutman and Pope. Chandler makes the 2 crucial free throws, and it's a 2-point game with 1 minute left. Another one down to the wire for UDC. Chance of defense coming from the home fans. Intended pass from Richardson deflected out of bounds. Firebirds are hyped, as is the crowd here at the UDC Sports Complex, and we have a timeout called. This one, I believe, called by Slippery Rock, leaving them with 1 timeout left. It's a 30-second timeout. So each team with 1 timeout remaining here in the final minute. Well, for Slippery Rock, their star here in the second half, no question, has been Malcolm Richardson. 21 points in the game to lead all scorers. 8 of 13 from the field. He's been the main ball handler. Came into this game tied for the team lead in scoring, averaging 16.2 points per game. Had 8 points to tie for the team lead in the first half, but has taken over in the second half. For the Firebirds, Joseph Nickerson taking over in the second half. Impressive guard play by both teams. Impressive defense in the second portion of the second half for UDC. Number of steals picking up. Nickerson, nearly another. He's right in the face of Richardson. Forces him to pass it off to Gatali. No need for the Firebirds to foul. 44 seconds left. Nearly a steal by Nickerson, but now the Firebirds down a player on defense. Nickerson was on the ground for a while, but finally comes up to the steal. Gets it ahead to Senegal. Senegal puts up the floater, and we get a blocking foul called, stopping the clock with 30.6 seconds left. And so it will be Aaron Senegal to shoot two. 2 free throws to try and tie it up. And now we've got a stop it in play because that was the 5th personal foul committed by Max Rind. So he will have to come out of the game for Slippery Rock. Out on the court for Slippery Rock, we have Shaquille Pratt, Cornelius Brown, Jamal Gatali, Jawan Struthers, and Malcolm Richardson. And Aaron Senegal at the line. First free throw is good, and it's a 1-point game. Senegal now with 15 points in the game. One behind the team leader, Nickerson. And he's good on the second. We are tied at 67. The Firebirds have not led in this second half, but this is the 3rd time they've tied it up. Fans on their feet chanting defense. This building has come alive. Firebirds looking for their first win. Slippery Rock looking to even their record at 3-3. 12 seconds left. Shot clock even with the game clock. So Slippery Rock holding for the final possession. The 3 from the left side. No good. Rebound is loose. Recovered by Nickerson. The shot will not count. And we are headed to OT, tied at 67. What a comeback here in the final minutes by UDC. And we will have a 5-minute extra session put on the clock. In a game like this, you want it to go to overtime. These two teams have been evenly matched all night long. And what's better than 5 more minutes? This crowd's into it. These teams are into it. We love the intensity displayed by UDC toward the end of the second half on the defensive end. Looking forward to seeing how this overtime period plays out. Each team had 1 timeout remaining in regulation. My guess is each team will have another timeout added to their total. Out on the court for UDC, it will be Troutman, Chandler, Senegal, Fleming, and Nickerson. Troutman to take the tip against Cornelius Brown for Slippery Rock. Brown joined on the court by Gatali, Struthers, Pratt, and Richardson. Firebirds win the tip just as they did at the start of the game. Fleming swings it right to Chandler. Chandler dribbles it off his foot into the backcourt. That's a backcourt violation. Chandler arguing he dribbled off his defender foot. So Slippery Rock inbounds. Richardson finds Pratt. Pratt hands off to Richardson. He swings left to Struthers. Struthers with 9 on the shot clock. Lob pass down low to Pratt. The short jumper, no. Rebound by Brown. His putback, no. Then chases down the rebound, but can't keep it in bound. So it's UDC basketball, 4:15 remaining in our overtime session. Second straight game that the Firebirds have gone to overtime. Their last game against Nyack, they did not come out on the winning end, hoping their luck changes tonight. Playing in their first home game of the year. Chandler into the front court. Drives right in the lane. Bounce pass intended for Troutman too low. Stolen away by Slippery Rock. Remain deadlocked at 67. Slicing into the paint is Richardson. He gets the finger roll to fall. 69-67, 3:49 left. Fleming. Wide to Nickerson. Nickerson a step inside the arc. Hands off to Fleming. Lobs down low to Troutman. The spin around one-handed shot short off the iron. Rebound to Slippery Rock with 3:30 remaining. Richardson into the front court. Guarded tightly by Fleming. Now far side. Struthers. Dishes off to Richardson. He dribbles between the circles. Drives right of the lane. Has it poked away from behind. Recovers. Shot is blocked. Out of bounds. It remains Slippery Rock basketball. With 3:04 on the clock. Will be Gatali to inbound. Gatali gets it into Richardson. Richardson dribbles near side, pump fakes a pass, now gets it to Pratt down low. He has a trip from behind. Here come the Firebirds. Steals have been key for them in the second half. Comeback down low. Chandler, the layup from the left side. And it's 69-69. So we're tied yet again, 2:41 left. Richardson works it into the front court. Puts up a runner off the glass. No bucket. Offensive foul called. And so UDC will have possession with a chance to take the lead. As Duran Pope enters the game replacing Troutman. Firebirds had the first possession of the overtime period, a chance to take the lead, could not. They did not lead once in the second half. Chandler to Nickerson. He finds Fleming on top of the arc. Senegal loses the basketball. And it's recovered by Jackson. Yeah, deflected away out of bounds. Stays Slippery Rock basketball. 2:04 left in the overtime period. Jackson swings far side. Gatali drives. Hands off to Jackson. Jackson back to the Gatali for three. Oh, he nets it. Huge three-pointer by Jamal Gatali. His third three-pointer of the night. And it's a big one. Makes it 72-69. Timeout called. A full timeout. The Firebirds cannot pull out this one in overtime. Gotta wonder what their mentality is. That would be 3 games in a row, which they've easily had a shot to win and could not pull it out. Gotta like the way they've battled in the second half, especially defensively. Steals have been key. A huge three-pointer by Gatali. Slippery Rock feeling pretty good about itself with 1:45 left. for Slippery Rock tonight. They are now 8 of 18 from downtown. That's 44.4%. They're shooting better from 3 than they are from the field in total. Firebirds just 4 of 11 from deep. Nickerson who will bring it up. Doesn't touch it till it crosses half court. Green set by Pope. Nickerson hands off to Chandler. Chandler splits the defenders, drives, puts up a layup attempt, no good. Rebound by Senegal. He kicks it out to Fleming. Huge offensive board there by Senegal, tracking the rebound down. Now Chandler drives, tries to feed down low to Pope. His back was turned, and the ball is stolen away. And in the front court, foul committed by UDC. Chandler got caught up in midair, was looking for Pope. Pope not expecting him to hand it off, already had his back turned, trying to position himself for the rebound. Back toss the Firebirds. So now Slippery Rock trying to ice this thing with free throws with 1:19 left, trying to make it a 2-possession game. It's the Maryland native Juwan Struthers at the line. He hits the first. 4-point game, 73-69. Second free throw. Short. Rebound pulled down by Pope. 4-point game, 1:15 left. Chandler to Nickerson. He drives and gets whistled for the travel as he spun into the lane. For the Firebirds, that is turnover number 16, one more than Slippery Rock has. Though Slippery Rock has converted those 16 turnovers into 21 points thus far. Just 12 points off turnovers for UDC. Pressure in the backcourt. Slippery Rock able to break. Richardson. Guarded by Chandler. Now under a minute left. Double team. And Richardson called for the travel. Moved his pivot foot as he pump faked the pass and then delivered the pass. So that's 16 turnovers by both teams. Fleming finds Nickerson. Chandler pump fakes, drives. Senegal has his runner swatted away from behind. And there's a foul, stopping the clock with 38.8 seconds left. Aaron Senegal to shoot a pair. He made the 2 free throws to tie this game up and send it into the extra session. 2 more big free throws coming up now, and he sinks the first with ease. Troutman checks back into the game, replacing Duran Pope. 1 more free throw to come by Senegal to make it a 2-point game. To make it a 3-point game. He does just that. So it's 73-71. I was correct at first. 2-point game. Apologize for that. The scoreboard threw me off a bit. Timeout called by UDC. So again, 2-point game. The Firebirds are looking for their first win of the season, and this their first home contest of the year. They will remain at home and have a rematch against Chestnut Hill Saturday evening, 6 p.m. start to that one. UDC women play beforehand. They host a tournament. UDC women will be taking on St. Anselm at 3 p.m. on Saturday. Their tournament concludes 3 p.m. Sunday when they host Tampa to close out the Firebird Classic. UDC women lost earlier tonight. A barn burner at Bowie State, 69-66. Free Rock inbounds. Firebirds don't need to foul. There's about a 8-second difference between shot clock and game clock. In the backcourt, Richardson lobs it ahead to Gatali. Gatali, double team, And now a reach-in foul is called, stopping the clock with 23.4 seconds left. If Catali is able to make one of these free throws, he'd make it a 2-possession game. That is the 10th team foul on UDC, so now they are in the double bonus. Before the first free throw, we have a whistle. So don't count that first free throw. Now they're saying it's actually 1-on-1 free throws. And with this being a 2-point game, one made free throw keeps it a 1-possession game. He makes the first. So it's now 74-71. If he makes this next free throw, makes it a 2-possession game. Catali, now a perfect 3 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. He gets them both. And it's 75-71. The Firebirds need to score quickly and then foul immediately to keep their hopes alive. Nickerson gets it into Fleming. Not working with much urgency. Fleming for 3. He gets it! 1-point game and Firebirds foul. What a shot by Virgil Fleming. His first 3-point attempt of the night. And he was able to drill it. I wouldn't be surprised if Omar Abbas now maybe comes in for the final offensive possession for UDC. Richardson hits the first free throw. Second free throw attempt is in. So it's a 3-point game, but a 1-possession game. Timeout called by UDC. And again, folks, from witnessing games all of last year, home games that is, I would not be surprised if Omar Abbas, a lightly used player off the bench, comes in for UDC after this timeout. Is terrific at shooting threes, has not attempted a 3 this year, however. But I do distinctly remember a game, I want to say a couple of seasons ago, in which Abbas hit a huge 3-pointer with the clock expiring. To win that game for the Firebirds. I don't see Abbas coming in right now, however. Out on the court for UDC. Senegal, Troutman, Nickerson, Chandler, and Fleming, who just hit that big 3. And make it a 1-possession game. Chandler works it up court. 14 seconds left. Now 12. Chandler finds Senegal for 3, the fadeaway. It's an air ball, recovered by Slippery Rock. And that most likely is your ball game. If Slippery Rock hits one of these 2 free throws, they will escape with the win. The Firebirds will face a second straight setback in overtime. Richardson. Short on the first attempt, so a little bit of hope left for UDC. Exactly 4 seconds left here in overtime. Richardson can't hit this next one. Firebirds a chance to tie, but he does drain it. So that makes it a 2-possession game. This one all but over now. Senegal inbounds to Nickerson. Nickerson into the front court, shoots the 3, does not go as time expires, and that's your ball game. UDC falls by a final of 78-74, And UDC now still in search of their first win as they fall to 0-5 on the season. Slippery Rock improves its record to an even 3-3. Leading scorer for Slippery Rock on the night, Malcolm Richardson. He had 26, also in double digits. Cornelius Brown with 14 and Jamal Gatali with 13. For the Firebirds, Aaron Senegal led the way with 18 points, followed by Joseph Nickerson with 16 and Jayon Troutman with 12. Also in double digits, Kasim Chandler had 11. Firebirds will look to their next home game, which is Saturday against Chestnut Hill, a rematch against Chestnut Hill to earn their first win of the season. While Slippery Rock will have a week off before facing another ECC foe, Damon, on December 1st. For all the hardworking men and women involved with the UDC Firebirds athletics program, I'm Eli Perlstein saying thanks so much for tuning in. One last time, the final. Firebirds fall 78-74 in overtime, losing in overtime by 4 points for their second straight game. Have a great rest of your night and have a great Thanksgiving, everyone. Games this weekend will be streamed live, just video. I'll be next with you when the Firebirds are next home the first weekend in December. Again, until then, have a great holiday and please do stay safe. This has been a presentation of UDC Firebirds basketball here on the Firebird Sports Broadcast Network.